So just to repeat, after you go to join, enter your name or your organization name, your email here, agree to the terms and conditions, and sign up with MetaMask, and that will open up a prompt. We click next and we get into the platform. I'm going to sign in. Pop up here, you see the pop up. Your MetaMask pops up, so I click sign and sign again. Logging in, and I'm now into our big green DAO grants round 3 vote. The way this works is it puts all the grant proposals for the round here. So we have a test of 20 proposals. These are all tests. We drew from the initial proposals from grants round 2 and put them in. And uses the quadratic voting system. The way it works is we have decided to allocate between 20 and 30% of our treasury. And the way it works is each garden token holder will effectively be able to determine how much of the treasury they want to allocate between 20 to 30%, and then be able to distribute that budget amongst organizations. And the platform will then do an algorithmic equation that determines, based on how every single person voted independently, how much each organization gets between our range of $10,000 to $50,000. Now, the way this works is it allocates voting points, and when you spend those points for each organization, it takes down those points. The objective is to balance your budget. And you can spend more points than you have, but you can't give more dollars than you have. This will start to make more sense as we go. So let's just start. And this is the 4th or 5th time I've gone through this. So I'm just going to go through it like I was a voter for the first time and run through it. So I see that we can give between $580,000 to $860,000. I think that, the economy is a little bit uncertain right now, so I want to save a little bit in our reserves. So I think, we should only give 25%, about 50%, halfway between what we can. So this gives me 246 votes to distribute. You'll see it gives you less based on less, and it gives you more based on more. And this, I say, and then I want to share with you all, hey y'all, economy is tough. Let's save some money. I think 25% is good. Just sharing my thoughts with why I was thinking about this as I vote. And then you can see this in real time and, make your own decision, of course, but that's, just me sharing, and you don't have to do that. So then I'm going to get down to the proposals, and I see there's 20 organizations. I recognize some of the names from people who I've talked to in Discord, from people that you've recommended, but I don't really know yet. So I decided, I think I'm just going to give, I'm just going to assume they're great. So I'm going to give each organization $20,000 to start, just as my initial voting strategy. So here you see if I give 10,000, it takes 2 points out of my total. Here's my total points I have to give. Here's the budget that I've decided to allocate. So it gives 10,000, 2 points, but I'm going to give 20,000 to each organization. So I put it up to 20,000 here. So it takes 4 points because of the quadratic formula. So bear with me here, and you can see as I go through, it has basically the application that we capture. It has a link that works. We can put a comment on here. This is from my previous comments to the developer. So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to vote 20,000 for each organization, and notice that my budget will change a little and my points will change a little as we go. And these are just tests, and some of them are from the previous round. So my budget, my points keep going down slightly, but not so much because I'm giving 20,000 to each organization. So that's, 4 points times 20. So I'm only going to go through about 80 of my total 250 points here. So I'm going to have plenty of budget left over by the time I get through. And you can see I'm still 520,000 over the budget, under the budget that I wanted to give.
Hey, Markman.
Yeah.
Hey, where it says add your thoughts, who's at what kind of thoughts are people supposed to add?
Anything you want. This is a free form. These thoughts are not public. These will only be for garden governance holders. So you could say, hey, I solicited this organization's application.
Okay,
I think they are great. And as we say in Web3, DYOR, do your own research.
Got it.
So anything. So I've now gone through and I've put 20,000 to each. You can see if I try to submit my budget. It will let me. Oh, it won't let me submit my budget because I'm too far under my budget. So it doesn't let you do that yet. So I have to go back. And so for my second round to go through, I decide for me, just because I'm a garden token holder, but I don't have that much time right now to vote. So I'm just going to trust the OG6. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to give the full allocation to each of the OG6 solicited members. So I'm going to go through the full allocation. So if I go to 30K, it's 9 points, 40K, it's 16 points. Now 50K, it's going to take 25 points. So you'll see my points go down much more significantly than in the past. And so there it goes down. So I'm going to go to good food, 50K, McBride, 50K, 50K. My points are going down much faster. 40K, 50K. All right, so I still have a little bit of budget left. I was really like, let's just say, I like public engagement to improve living conditions. So 40K. Green sphere. Oh, that looks good. 40K. Okay, 19 points. Oh, I gotta overload. See, now you'll see I go over on points, but I'm still over budget. So I can give a little bit more to get my budget up. So I get close. And if you get within a certain amount of your budget, and it's over 580,000, you'll still be able to pass it. But let's just say I go over budget. So now I'm balanced. But let's say I go too far over, and it's hard to go over here because we have so few organizations. But here I'm going to go over budget. And you can do this if you're under budget as well. Oh, come on, I'm trying to get over. There you go. So I'm over budget now. But I'm really happy with, with the organizations I supported. So I go back and I increase my budget. I can change my budget so it goes up higher. And now I know I have more budget, and I go back and my budget is now balanced again. Same way, let's say that I didn't find organizations I want to support. So I decide we should save more for the next grant round. I can go back and lower it. And then we'll see now compared to what I gave, we're over budget. So once I've done my full budgeting, I go down to submit my budget. This should change. balance your budget results. Okay, now you look balanced. Maybe I'm too many points over. Let's see. Well, this didn't happen to me last time. Sorry, we're figuring this out. Oh, okay, there we go. Now I'm in the green. So that should work, I think. There we go. So I'm in the green on points. So you can only go a certain amount of points over too. So there's a little bit of an equation. And we can decide if we want to change this. And then I click support, submit. Just 1 second. Okay, so now it shows you, basically how many people have voted, generally where people align on a consensus for the vote. So generally, this is where people are and how they vote to each other. One person is way off. We can see that there's a consensus for a $660,000 budget. We can see who voted, how many people voted where. So we have 2 people for 580, 2 people for 660, 1 for 100, and 3 for 740. And it picked this middle number based on the averages. Now we can see then how many each grant is getting here. So, 50K, 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 30K. And when we go into it, we can see who voted for where and how aligned people are. So, one person voted to give Pillsbury United 0. Others voted for 30, 40, and 50. So it picked, based on the allocation, it picked the 40,000 amount. McBride, here we have more distribution between the people. We had 2 people say 0, and this is all random. This is a test. So no, there's been no real assessment done. 1, 1, 1, 1, so far gave them McBride 10K. Now here's something, let's say that I really want to support McBride. I think it's a really important organization. I could go back and I've already done full support. Oh, I haven't done full support. So I want to try to see if I can get McBride more money. So I'm going to up my support to 50K because I think it's really important. Let's see if it takes me out of the green. Oh, it took me out of the green. So I have to lower, sorry, Green Sphere Alliance. Trying to get back down into the green. Didn't do it. That should do it. Now I can go back to submit my budget. And let's see if I have enough power to get McBride some more money or not. No, I wasn't able to. But it got, if one more person votes, probably it will up that amount. So I could say here, then I could just be like, hey, this is a really amazing organization. If anyone could support with a few more votes, I think we could get them a little more budget allocation. Hit me up on Discord to chat if you want to know why I love them so much. Post. So, I've made a little plug up for that organization, and this will remain open for the whole grant round.